I look like a fat version of Henry Cavill from Superman. Only my American accent is slightly better. What is going on, Vape Nation? Shout out to my boys out at Vape Lounge, Vape Crew, Vape for Life, life spelled with a Lyfe. Wanted to do a quick video on sketchy people I've met on Craigslist. The topic's come up twice in the last 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure both times were at Game On Expo. Sketchy interactions, sketchy situations, sketchy everything on Craigslist, and I actually miss the sketchy days because now it's just kind of cut and dry, lame people trying to make money and sell at eBay prices on Craigslist. I miss the good old Wild West days, and hopefully we can get Fanta in the near future for this topic, because if you think what I've done is crazy and sketchy, Fanta's taken that a mile further, literally driving into war zone neighborhoods to save $15 on like 30-year-old video games. Bless his heart. Shout out to Fantavision. He's now making great content from the safety of his game room without having to drive into red light districts here in Tucson. So let's talk about sketchy people I've met on Craigslist. Now, most of the stories I'm going to tell you are from back in the day, as my lip is bleeding. I cut myself shaving like a 13-year-old. Most of these stories are from 2010, 2011, 2012. I stopped going on Craigslist, not because of the sketchy situations, but because of the uninspired, lifeless eBay prices, individual priced Wii games, nonsense. I miss the fun, excitement, and I miss the good finds that came with it. However, if you're going to shop on Craigslist, either as a reseller or as a collector, there's two things you just kind of have to accept right away. The first thing is that the money you're about to spend, the person that is selling the item is probably going to take it and immediately go score smack with it. And then number two, the items you're buying to take to your house or to put on your eBay are most likely stolen. So if you can come to those two conclusions, it does seem a little bit selfish that you're shopping on Craigslist. You are literally funding terrorism and supporting someone's drug habit that's probably ruining their family. So think about that next time you buy something. So let's talk about the number one most sketchy person I've met on Craigslist. I'm not going to wait till the 10-minute mark or any of that nonsense. I want to get right into the good story. This was back in 2010 or 2011, actually, before this channel even existed. I met a guy, I believe it was for camping equipment, tents, maybe a backpack with the tents. I don't remember. I was in college, probably doing some hipster, save the world, liberal bullshit. Met this guy, some nice priced camping equipment. It was used. He gave me the address, and I was actually pleased to see it was in a public spot. It was the most sketchy public spot on planet Earth. It was literally a gravel yard, like a place where people go to buy gravel, I guess, or get your own gravel. I don't know. It's a place that 90% of Russian hitmen have killed their victims at. A little sketched out, but I was happy. It was it was a business. It was an establishment. That was one of the rules that my parents told me when I left their house for college. If you're going to meet people on Craigslist, meet them at a public place, common knowledge, at a store, the front of a gas station. So I arrive, excited to meet this guy, excited to buy my camping equipment. In hindsight, it sounds pretty stupid. Pulled up, got into the parking lot, and I shit you not, this guy was living in a school bus. Living inside of a school bus. Like magic school bus shit. This guy was inside of a school bus, no bathroom, but he did have a mattress and lanterns. He looked like that guy from Into the Wild. And he actually, besides, I don't know how to put this, but for living in a school bus, he was not that sketchy of a guy. He definitely was smoking enough pot to make Snoop Dogg jealous. He seemed pretty educated. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in college or had graduated college. But he was indeed living inside of a school bus. He kind of invited me up the steps, which I did not partake in his invitation. I did wait kind of at the door like a student, I guess, getting ready to head to school. And the transaction actually went smoothly. I got whatever it was, camping nonsense, which has since been donated back to Goodwill. Got a really good discount. I think it was $40-$50 for everything. And I'm sure he went and bought a lot of drugs with my money, but that find worked out. But that was one of my first Craigslist finds. And had I been smart, I probably would have turned and ran the other direction and never gotten on Craigslist again. But I continued, made Craigslist game finds in 2012, started getting some of this stuff on footage, started coming across a lot of stolen items. I was a naive, stupid college kid at the time, but as I got older, I started to put the pieces together. Oh yeah, this is stolen. Oh yeah, this guy's probably in jail. Oh yeah, he's buying meth with the money I just got from cash back at Chase. Have to come to those conclusions, but to be a young, blissful college kid was great. A couple items that were 100% stolen that I bought on Craigslist. Didn't even think about it at the time because it was like 2013. I was still in college. 2 different 3DS systems from the same woman. The first red flag with this woman was that she was cool with meeting at my hours. My hours, anyone that knows me, are the middle of the night. Fun fact, I'm filming this video at 3:15 a.m. I am sober though, which is actually kind of a nice little surprise. I've only drank once in the month of August, so big shout out to myself. Hashtag sober living, hashtag clean. Anyway, I met this woman that was actually at a Nico's. It's like a taco shop parking lot. She sold me a midnight purple 3DS, brand new. And this was around Christmas time. She had some nonsense story about how it was a gift that she was not going to give to her kids. It was $100, and at the time 3DSs were going for over $200 if you guys remember when they were brand new. Gave her the $100 for it. The immediate sketchy thing was like, if the box is like this, here, let me show you. This Game Boy Advance SP box is like roughly the same size as a 3DS box, so I'll show you really quick what was sketchy and what should have been a red light. The whole corner was like ripped off down like this, and at the time I thought it was weird. I thought it was a defective item, maybe an open box discount, but as I got older I realized, oh, she removed the security devices. If you've been into Best Buy, they have those like chains over it, so obviously she ripped the corner off, pulled the little rope thing off, and then removed the security device. She stole it. What should have obviously been a sign she stole it was when I went and bought another 3DS from her a week later. Same woman, same parking lot. It was like 10:30 at night, Nico's Taco Shop. Same product. I went and got it. I think this time it was a gift for a roommate or something. And would you guess it? Same damaged box, corner like ripped off down like this. Probably so a security box, the security device can be taken off. I would not buy that today. I'm sure you guys have heard, but buying stolen goods is you're like accomplice to the crime. And as I said with Craigslist, anytime you're buying factory sealed items, factory sealed still, you should be asking some questions about what's going on. We lived, we learned, and I don't have those 3DSs anymore, but as I got older, I was like, those are definitely stolen. Another interesting character I did some shopping from, this was probably about 2014, had a really nice Super Nintendo lot for me, which was awesome. However, his house was literally an underground casino. Take a look at some of this footage from inside of his apartment. Hope I don't get sued. So yeah, as you can see, slot machines everywhere. Not just 1 or 2, like he's selling them or fixing them. He had like 6 or 7. Very bizarre. Possibly underground casino man. I don't know if there's like a card table in the back and if he has like chips and like an Asian woman saying winner, winner, chicken dinner in the back. But that was a little bit bizarre. And then 2 separate occasions, I've bought things in a parking lot from someone. And I'm sure you guys have heard the term in the back of a truck. These people literally had trunk loads of other items in the back of their car. You could argue they're moving or on the move or whatever, selling their items as they go. I'm going to guess all that stuff was recently stolen. And as soon as they opened the trunk, you could see other electronics, laptops, other items, and the video games I bought. Which puts you in an awkward position. It's like, do you buy the items? Do you tell them to piss off? These might be stolen and cause a scene. These people might have a gun. Speaking of which, the last guy I did talk to, this is probably 2012. The guy did have a gun, which was super sketchy. I didn't know what to do. He was in a red truck. Bought some items from him, and he literally had a pistol, not in his hand, but like in a little like holster in the seat to his right, like kind of where the stick shift would be. So that was super sketchy, and I was like, if this guy snaps, I'm dead. So that's a handful of Craigslist stories, handful of sketchy Craigslist people. Shout out to the guy on the school bus. I hope you're still living on that school bus, eating mushrooms and smoking pot and getting lost in the woods, living his life. And I actually know someone no joke, that graduated law school, that went and lived on a school bus in Colorado. Shout out to Mike Stefferson. Probably never see this video, but he did do that, and he passed his bar and everything. So who knows what the guy? I mean, who knows what he was doing? He could have just been taking a semester off of school or whatever. The fact that he was in a gravel yard, I thought Tuco from Breaking Bad was going to show up and try to murder me. So that is it for this content. I want to do this same video again with Fanta right in this game room, or I'll even go to his house and shoot at his house. I want to hear his stories. He has driven around to people's neighborhoods because he's a lot crazier than I am. For the most part, I'm meeting at gas stations, I'm meeting at Walmart, I'm meeting, I guess, in the gravel yard, which was sketchy. Fanta actually drives to people's houses across town, like I said, in borderline war zones, and bought some of these deals just in the quest for getting a video up. I don't know if he even cared about the items at the time. He just wanted to get videos up on Craigslist game finds. Love to hear from him. Love it if you guys leave a thumbs up. I want to hear your sketchy Craigslist stories. I know you guys have them. A lot of people that watch this channel are also game hunters. A lot of them have been doing this way longer than me, so you guys probably have some cool stories of the early days of Craigslist, back when it literally was the Wild West. Now it's just an annoying, uninspired selling app. I just browse when I'm bored at work. So that is it, guys. I will be back hopefully in 3 days with more content, although it is going to be a ton of work to keep this going. Have no idea how people do it. I want to do it to see if it works and to report to you guys if it works. I have seen other channels explode simply by getting 3 videos a week up. They might be clickbait, they might be garbage, but these guys are getting 100,000 subscribers in like a year time, so they're doing something right. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.